C's declarations are notoriously a bit confusing. I mean, this is certainly a bit ugly, but I'm gonna make the case for why it's really not so bad, and then pitch a solution anyways. So let me start with something basic. Int star x. When I first started programming in C, I was really confused by this, right? Why is the star next to x and not next to int? I mean, you could put the star over there, and your formatter probably has an option for it, but the convention is putting the star on the right. Now, why is this? Well, it comes down to the most important thing to know about C declarations. You are not declaring int pointer x. You are declaring that you can obtain an int by dereferencing x. That's the root of everything to do with C declarations. Take a look at this first example again. So the parentheses matter first, so you start by dereferencing x, then you're left with a function that returns an int pointer and accepts no arguments. Then you call that function with no arguments, and boom, you're left with an int pointer. Then just dereference that, and you have an int. Now, this also partially explains why you can't return an array from a function. When you declare an array, you say int x brackets, and that shows that by indexing x, you can get an int. Now, if you tried to apply this to a function, you'd have something like int foo void brackets, which is totally disallowed by the grammar. So really, even something like this isn't too bad, right? Just follow the order of operations. It's an array of 10 pointers to functions that accept no arguments that return integers. All of that said, being able to justify something doesn't automatically make it good. So let's look at a language that's a little more consistent. Odin is a newer programming language, and it has lots of great features. The one I care about right now is the declaration syntax. The nice thing about C syntax is that it reflects its usage, but the issue is that you can't read it left to right, and sometimes you need parentheses and stuff. Odin maintains that declaration reflects usage, but also allows you to read left to right. If you wanted to declare a function which returns a pointer to an int and accepts no arguments, you simply write that. Now, this syntax might not be familiar to you, so here's a quick overview. Proc is a keyword to declare a procedure, which is what most languages would call a function, and the caret is the pointer symbol because it's pointy. So, quite simply, it's a pointer to a procedure with no arguments that returns a pointer to an int. That said, you don't actually need the pointer. In C, function pointers automatically dereference, and in Odin, you can just use the proc type directly. This syntax goes a little further. The idea is to always go in reverse order. If you have a pointer to an int, it's declared like this, and you can get the int back out with another pointer. Pointer to an int inverted by int pointer, right? If you want to declare an array of ints, it's 10 int. Again, the modifications to the type go on the left, and your operators to unmodify the type go on the right. Odin also has built-in maps with the syntax of this: map key value. Now, originally, I hated this syntax, but then I realized it makes perfect sense. To get a value out of a map, you index with a key. Map at index key equals value. Now, I'm not sure how to end this, but maybe give Odin a shot. Most of the language fits on a single overview page, and the Discord can provide all the extra help you could need.